Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Choudry again here, the sales superstar, your sales consultant, your sales prophet, as a matter of fact, if I could just use that. A pleasure to be back again. In the previous video, we talked about selling on the phone. But now I want to talk about something else today. Right now, I want to tell you and talk to you about sales territory planning. Sales territory planning. Oftentimes as salespeople, we just wake up one morning and you go, I am going to work, and then you go to a certain place 10 kilometers away from your home, and then you leave there, you go to another place 10 kilometers away from where you had been prior. After that, you go another 15 kilometers away. That is a terrible way of using time. Ladies and gentlemen, let us agree on this. Time is a passing of life. Every minute that passes by that we are wasting and not doing sales, we are not going to gain it back. Why we are supposed to do a sales territory plan is so that we can utilize the little time that we have. Why do you do a territory plan? So that you can utilize the time we have. Because every minute that you spend driving, every minute that you spend in a Uber, every minute that you spend possibly on a boda, the Ugandan people call boda is actually in the dictionary. So anybody watching this video from anywhere around the world, just go to the dictionary, find boda. It's a new word added recently by Oxford Dictionary. Every time you spend on all these gadgets of movements, you're not spending it in front of a client. You're wasting time, and your time is never going to be regained. Time wasted is never regained. And for me, my definition is time is the passing of life. Every minute that passes by, you're getting closer to the grave. But the question is, how are you utilizing those minutes? Are you utilizing it to make sales? Are you utilizing it to be in front of that client? Are you utilizing it to dominate a territory? When I say a territory, I mean an area, let's say a circumference of about 20 kilometers around. Can you utilize that area and dominate that area and make sure you tear the place apart? You go to this place, you go to this office, you go to this office in one circumference, in one area, in one region. For example, if I talk about the Kampala Central Business District, that is the central business district of the city, you stay there. You don't leave Kampala Central Business District and go to Mukono District to do sales. And then again you leave Mukono, and then you go to Wandegea to do sales. And then you leave Wandegea, then you go to Entebbe Road to do sales. That is not an effective strategy. A successful and sales superstar will utilize a space that today, Thursday, I'm going to work within the Kampala Central Business District area. And that means every malls within the Kampala Central Central District business area, I'm going to visit. Every office building, plaza, I'm going to visit. Every offices in the downed area, in the back street, in the front of our street, I'm going to visit all those areas. Now that, a sales superstar is what does that. So on a daily basis, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to plan. On a daily basis, plan that today I'm going to work from this particular area. Plan and say which offices am I going to go to visit in these areas? Which offices exist in these areas? And how am I going to tailor my message to the businesses within this area? I'm just going to give an example. I'm just imagining you're working in Kampala Central Business District. And you know what's in Kampala Central Business District? There are so many banks. There are so many insurance companies. There's so many, name them. There are so many boutiques. There are so many electronic shops. There are so many scholastic materials or infrastructures and all these. Many offices, many NGOs actually don't exist within the Central Business District. The Central Business District has got hotels, has got cleaning services, has got the banks, has got the insurance companies. So you make sure that you visit every office. I'm going to give an example. Recently, I was doing sales on one of the buildings in the Central Business District called Workers' House. What I did was to go to Workers' House and take the lift and go to the 15th floor, 14th floor I think, and leave the lift and start visiting one office to the other, leaving my business card, leaving my flyers, picking business cards from there, picking every business card from every office that I could visit. Now, telling them about what we do and getting what they do and telling them what we can do for them. And then pick the business card, go to office, send emails, make phone calls of appreciation for giving me the business card and for accepting to see me. Now, leave Workers' House, go to the next building. The next building to workers was which building was that? Kampala Casino. Went there as well. Nick building, went there as well. Go to the last floor of the Nick building and enter take the lift. Go to the last floor. I think it's about the 7th floor. Get out of the lift and walk from one office to the next office, to the next office, come to the next floor down, walk to one office, to the next office, to the next office, go to the next floor down. Now that, I tell you, if you want to be effective in sales, you need to do something like that. I call it the Scotch Earth policy. You need to dominate the area. You need to tear the place apart. You need to make sure every office you go to, you pick their business contact from there and you be able to sell or tell them about what you do and how you can be able to work with them. And for me, that's all about territory management. You don't leave the central business district after seeing one client and then you go to Wandegea, you see one client. Then you go to Ntinda and then you see one client. Then you go to Chureka and then you see one client. That's not the best way of using time. And unfortunately, that's how many of us are doing sales. People in insurance, I see how they're wasting a lot of time moving from one place to the other. Go to an area, go to Ntinda, and today I'm going to work entirely in Ntinda. And every office I can visit in Ntinda, I visit. Every tall building that is in that place, I visit. I go take the lift if there's a lift, or take the stairs if there's the stairs. Go to the last floor and make sure you tear the place apart. You visit every floor. That is called massive action, and that is the massive action that territory planning and development gives you. I'm challenging you who is watching now, that if you want to make lots of sales, plan the area of your work on a daily basis. Make sure you do a Scotch Earth policy. You visit this area, finish. You visit another area, finish. Go to the next area, finish. And then you'll be able to be a statement tomorrow. When people are saying, man, these people are making a lot of sales, because you took your ass to the next level. You do not just visit one place and then you jump to another place. Do not jump. Relax. Have the courage to visit every office, because that's what salespeople do. We make sure that we visit anybody and everybody. For us in sales, everybody and anybody is a potential customer. But first of all, you have to know how you can be able to utilize this particular area. For example, right now we are shooting these videos from an area called Bina Luzira. Now Luzira alone has got lots of business, has got a lot of shops. Now some of us, we do retail businesses. All these shops can be your client. Luzira has got a lot of hotels. All the hotels can be your clients. So if you visit all of them, they can be very serious business. Luzira and Bina area has got a lot of office buildings and residences as well. All those areas can be your potential business. Maybe you're dealing in source fund or home care services. All these residences around this area can be a potential area. But your potential business, you don't just go to one office or you go to one door, one home, and then you say, this one I said, no, let me go to Wandegea. I think Wandegea is better. It is not better elsewhere. Be confident, be exceptional, be good. In that area where you've gone, there is money there. Wherever you've gone as a salesman, there is money there. It is only you to tune yourself to make sure that you get that money. Remember, you manage with strangers, and the strangers exist in the territory where you're working from. So don't think that I stay in Chureka, let me first go to Muyenga. My money is in Muyenga. No, money can be in Muyenga, yes. But first of all, start at home, around Chureka area, and there's so many people who have your money too. Dominate that area. When it comes to insurance, let everybody in Chureka know that when it comes to insurance, Daniel Choudry is the guy of insurance. When it comes to banking, Daniel Choudry is the guy for banking. When it comes to manufacturing steel equipment and iron sheets, Daniel Choudry is the guy for that. When it comes to, let's say, what else? You can name them. Can come to food produce, Daniel Choudry is the guy who supplies us. When it comes to honey, Daniel Choudry is the guy who supplies us. Make sure every area you go to, you dominate. You come to Chureka, you dominate Chureka with your products and services. You go to Ntinda, you dominate Ntinda with your products and services. Okay, let me talk about my friends in Nairobi. If you go to Westland, you dominate Westland. But Westland alone is very big. You take a territory of Westland and you dominate. And then you go to Islay, you dominate. You come to areas around Nairobi Serena, you dominate too. You go to Nairobi University area, Uhuru Drive or wherever it is, you dominate. You take a territory where you work tirelessly, with enthusiasm, with conviction, with massive action, visiting one door to the other, and to the other, and make sure you sell. You talk nicely about your products, and you make sure they give you something to follow up on. They give you a business card, they give you a flyer, they give you an appointment to meet the boss the next time. Maybe you didn't meet them today, but if you got to meet the boss, remember, take that one decision maker as your last resort. That the next money that you're going to get from your entire life only exists with that person that you're going to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, territory management is a very important thing in sales. It's a very fundamental aspect of selling. And many of us we are not doing enough with it. We need to start doing a little bit more about territory management. We need to start doing more than what we're doing. We need to start dominating everywhere we are going to. We need to dominate and dominate. Wherever you go, you 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 dominate. And you keep on dominating. Even when you come to office and you say today, I'm just going to send emails. You dominate the email sales. You don't just send two, 3 emails. You send multitudes of emails. That's called the domination mentality. Instead of sending 10 emails, why don't you send 100 emails? Customized emails, by the way. These days, there are very good CRMs that ensure that you have customized emails that goes to multitudes of people. You just order it once and go. But make sure your message is an inspiring message. And unfortunately, many of us are not doing that. We need to do that, ladies and gentlemen. If it's making phone calls, it's still part of territory management. Today, I'm going to make lots of phone calls. Today, I'm just going to make phone calls. I'm going to make phone calls to all the businesses around the Central Business District in the city area, and do that real good. Somebody will be asking, but Daniel, where do I start? You start where you are. Where do you stay? Wherever you stay, you start there. There is money for your business wherever you stay. And when you finish that, go to the area where your offices are. The business, where is your business offices? You go there as well. Dominate that area. There's money there as well. And then you can be able to expand and go to other areas and be able to also make money in those areas. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, that is what is important in this business called selling. Do territory planning and do it well. So the 3 things that leave you in as far as territory planning is concerned is that the day before you go to one place, make sure you plan. Where am I going? I'm going to this particular area. Okay? What kind of businesses exist in these areas? You try to understand which businesses are there. Understand all the businesses are there. What kind of message do I need to go with? You understand that. What sales tools do I need to go with? You organize all the sales tools, the tools of trade that you need. Don't just go barehanded. Many of us sometimes go even without business card. We just go to talk. Come on, man. You can do better than that. Come on, young, powerful lady. Don't be a slay queen who just want to use the face value. You got to go with something tangible to show. Because I buy something that is tangible. I buy what I see. I don't buy what I hear. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Choudry here, the sales superstar. How about we continue with this next time? Thank you.